as I've started to put it on record, okay? Remember one thing, we are studying organic chemistry. I am taking time to teach organic chemistry. That means don't get, first of all, don't develop a fear factor. There were many things which we are learning which may not be there in grade 10 at all. We will do a revision of this chapter also as per NCERT. See, my idea is now the course has been made so bleak that when you go to grade 11, the grade 11 thinks that you know many things. Earlier, the transition was like this. Now at 10, they have curtailed a lot of things. But in 11, it's not there. And if you join any coaching institute, there they feel that all the children who are joining us have joined us. You know, in coaching institute, there are accelerated classes from grade 10. Many have joined from grade 9. So when you go and join in grade 11, there will always be a demarcation within you thinking that, you know, they have been there from 9. So they are a little bit advanced than you. So I'm not saying that I'm teaching you at that par, but at least if you know the names, it will at least help you. Bakul, can you do me one favor? Can you just go back and pull that red curtain on the side of that IKEA trolley so that air moves in? The door curtain, and just push it towards the right from the top, No, not this. Yeah, this partition only. Yeah, makes sense. Thank you. So whatever we are going to learn, I will tell you that this is in course, this is not in course. Don't be afraid. Tomorrow, and when the course comes up, it will come up in a very less manner, but you should know, at least for those who are planning to have chemistry in your grade 11. Otherwise, your onboarding will be very difficult. I'll just start today once again with little bit of recap to see what all things are there in grade 10 that I have taught. Knowledge about hydrocarbons, organic compounds that are sourced from crude oil, okay? Even Aditi, Shreya, Ali, and Anurag, you can ask me questions. We'll go slowly. These are organic compounds sourced from crude oil. And how is crude oil formed? By carbonization, fossil fuels, dead animals, and marine plants, okay? Hydrocarbons are a class of organic compounds which contain only carbon and hydrogen. So if you ask me, is this applicable for grade 10? Yes, this is very much applicable for grade 10, right? So you should know basic about hydrocarbon. Then when we studied hydrocarbon, we classified hydrocarbons into two categories called saturated and unsaturated, okay? Saturated are the ones in which between carbon and carbon, there will always be a single bond. So between carbon, carbon single bond, here between carbon, carbon double bond, or you can have triple bond. Is this applicable for grade 10? Yes, very much applicable for grade 10. Saturated hydrocarbons are also known as something called alkanes. And these are known as alkenes, okay? Alkenes, and these are known as alkynes. With the general formula CnH2n plus 2. So here one single bond has been replaced by a double bond. Every time you kill a single bond, two hydrogens, then they die. So this becomes CnH2n. Here you replaced two bonds. So 4 hydrogen gone. Yeah, so CnH2n minus 2. If you ask me, sir, are these in grade 10? Yes, these are in grade 10. Okay. Further, as we go in the chapter, we will also study character. Then what happens? You will be introduced to various class of organic compounds. Right now, you have been introduced to only hydrocarbons. Okay. Once you have been introduced into hydrocarbons, then you will be introduced to some other class of organic compounds. And we will study characteristic reactions of each class. Right? So you may ask, sir, what are the other kinds? Just for an idea, alcohols, acids, we will see those. So carboxylic acid. So we are now studying about alkanes, alkenes, and alkynes. Yahan tak all this comes. Then the other day, I also told you, okay, here we also studied something, if you remember, we studied about chains. We studied about chains which can be straight chain or which can be branch. Yes, applicable in grade 10 because these are very primitive. Then we studied some nomenclature. If you ask me that, sir, in grade 10, do they ask you about nomenclature? Usually not. But maybe in your school test or pre-board, they may ask you. May. I'm again saying may. And even if they ask you, it will be very simple. The course now does not have this. So simple means what? Something like a 2-methyl propane. But with me, what did you learn? 2,2-dimethyl, 2-methyl and 2-bromo. You know that bromo should come first. Then we should know that the numbering should be small. At 2, I have got chloro. At 3, I have got bromo. So number should be 2, 3, but no, it will be 3, 2 because bromo. These are very advanced things I have taught you, which qualify for grade 11. But in the grade 11 book, it will be straight away written 3 chloro, 3 bromo, 2 chloro. And you will think, ye kyun likha? Have you understood? So I am not teaching you about, I'll just show you a little bit naming of alkenes also. I'm not teaching you about alkyne. These things are not there in your grade 10. Knowing these things helps me understand the thing at a greater width and depth, preparing me for grade 11. Let us see some alkenes, okay? Alkenes means double bond. So one of the alkene can be this. If I fill it with hydrogen, it will be what? CH2, double bond, CH2. In some books, it can be written as H2C, double bond, CH2. All mean the same thing. All mean the same thing. How will I name it? Here I will name it as 2 carbon atoms. So my prefix is eth, not ethane, eth. And the class of compound is, earlier we had Saxenas, now we have the Agarwals. Ethene. Have you understood? Ethene. Question arises, sir, you had a member called methane. Why are you not having a member called methane out here? I will say, are you idiot? In this category, between carbon-carbon, double bond should be there. So if I bring 2 carbon, how can it be meth? It is eth. So methane is not possible. Neither is methane possible. Have you got it? For these 2 classes, it will start from eth. Because what is the class all about? The class is all about having a double bond between 2 carbons. So bare minimum is 2. Okay. Now let's see the third category. The third one would be, see, let's make it from skeletal formula so that it makes the understanding easy for you. I have a double bond out here. So how many valences satisfied for this carbon? 2. So 2 more valences are pending. Satisfied? The central carbon has got 3 satisfied, 4 satisfied, and this has got 1 satisfied so far. Correct? How many carbons, beta? 3 carbons. As per the formula, you should have 6 hydrogens. 3, 2, 5, and 1, 6. We are correct. What shall I name it as? I am having 3 carbon atoms. So the name will be prop. Prop. Meth, eth, prop, and double bond, ene. Have you understood? Easy. But now the magic will start. Let's say we have got 4 carbon atoms. 4 carbon atoms. And I put the double bond out here. So this fellow should be how much? 2 satisfied 2. This fellow is 3 satisfied 4. This fellow is 2 satisfied 2. This fellow is CH3. Right? I have another compound which is 4 carbon atoms. I bring the double bond here. This fellow is CH3. This fellow is 3 satisfied 4. This fellow is 3 satisfied 4. This fellow is CH3. Can you just count the number of hydrogens and carbon? 4 carbon means there should be 8 hydrogen. CnH2n. 3 plus 2, 5 plus 2, 7 plus 1, 8. 3 plus 3, 6, 7, 8. Wow. Both are C4H8. If I look at this compound, then this is what, beta? C4H8. If I look at this, this is also C4H8. Isomers. Same molecular formula, different structural formula. Now we have to name them. Now the naming is stylish. How many carbon atoms on the first one? 4. This is the first one. This is the second one. 4 carbon atoms. Prefix will be but. But. Now what will you call it? Double bond means butene. Then what will you call this? Isobutene is a trivial name, not allowed. IUPAC. We are doing IUPAC nomenclature. Now what is the thing which is changing in these two? Think. More smart answer. Structure, grade 7 boy says that I'm fine. What is changing between these two? What is the change between these two? Think. Look at it properly. The arrangement, maybe grade 8 answer, grade 8.5 answer, a little bit more deeper. Think. What is that arrangement? आपके सामने आंसर है. You need to think. Children, online you also think. Somebody said formula, that is a grade 7 answer. Structure, grade 7. She said arrangement. I'm giving that answer grade 8.5. You still need to come to grade 10 answer. Placement of the double bond. The double bond has shifted now. So the double bond is the decisive factor. It is dancing now. So if the double bond is dancing, let me allocate atom numbers. Not a part of grade 10. Again, I'm saying. And let me give atom numbers. Got it? And let me also give one more atom number, which is these are the two ways the numbers are possible. Let's look at the first one. If you look at the first one, the double bond is between what numbers? 1 and 2 or between 3 and 4. So 1 and 2 can give you a combination called 12 or 21, which is smaller, 12 is smaller. And this one will give you either 34 or 43, anyways both are bigger. So 12 is something which is the smallest one. So how we write it? Out of 12, which is the more smaller number, you will say the double bond is on carbon. Now see. Now you know that we should target the smaller carbon. The double bond is attached to carbon number 1 or carbon number 2. The double bond is attached to carbon number 1 or carbon number 2. 1. Though it is attached to 2, 2 is a bigger number. So it is attached to 1. So iska naam hoga but1ene. Means that it is a butene with the double bond appearing on carbon number 1. Now see how much change IUPAC has done. When we were in grade 10, that is back in 1992-93, we used to name it as butene 1. Now if you write butene 1, they'll strike you wrong. It's but1ene. And suppose the formula is not given to you. Oh, sorry. Suppose the structure is not revealed. The name is given. but1ene. But means 4 carbon atoms. Ene means it's an alkene. Double bond 1. So the carbon atom should be on 1. But1ene could have been made from this side also. Same thing. So what should be the name of this one? Tell me. But2ene, because 2, 3 is the smallest number. Not but3ene. It will be but2ene. Very good. So this will be but2ene. Did you understand? And say suppose, to make it a little bit more interesting, I take out this hydrogen and put a chloro now. Something like CH3, CH2, C, Cl, double bond, CH2. Question, is this a hydrocarbon? No, it is not a hydrocarbon. Hydrocarbon means only carbon and hydrogen. Try to name this. How will you name? Obviously now question comes, when you go to higher classes, between chloro and double bond, who gets the preference? Who should get a smaller number? Double bond should get a smaller number. Okay, this is all what will be taught to you. So this will be 1, 2, 3, 4. So we will write 2 chloro between a letter and a alphabet. It's always a dash. Between two number and alphabet is a dash. Number is comma. 2 chloro, then but. 2 chloro but1ene. Okay? Not required in grade 10. I'll not do any further of it. Okay? Let's go and understand one more concept, which is a grade 10 concept. Now, are you a fair bit okay with alkenes and alkynes? Right. We have not yet studied any sort of what you call characteristic reactions of these. We'll study them later. Let's develop more knowledge. Can I proceed? Okay, chalo. No, not an issue. Okay, shall I? Okay. We also spoke about something called the alkyl group. Alkyl group, and we said that have an alkene called CH4, and from here you remove one hydrogen, then it becomes CH3, but opens up one link like a jigsaw puzzle. This is called an alkyl group. Since it was born from methane, alkyl, one carbon, so this will be called the methyl. Similarly, if I had C2H5 and I remove one hydrogen, I form C2, oh sorry, wait, my mistake, huh, children. I had C2H6, sorry. I had C2H6, this was methane, and this is ethane. Again, have a common sense. This is natural gas, this is LPG. This forms C2H5. This is known as the ethyl group. Achha, the ethyl group can also be thought to be like this, see? Dash CH2 dash CH3. Same thing. Sometimes you might see this in this manner also. Understood? Now ask yourself and tell me a question. If I want to make it a propyl group, put one more CH2. CH2 is that marigold flower. The more long you want to make, just put marigold flowers. Right? We are now in a position to understand something which is known as homologous series. Sir, is this a grade 10 concept? Very much a grade 10 concept. This is a grade 10 concept. Homologous. Homo means same type. Homologous. So first write the definition and then we'll understand. A homologous series is a class of compound. That can be represented by the same general formula. Class of organic compound. A homologous series is a class or a series of compound. So basically homologous, as you're writing, let me keep speaking. Homologous series means the Saxenas, the Malhotras, the Agarwals. Got it? So is an alkane a homologous series? Pretty much yes, because all alkenes can be represented by the same general formula. Are alkenes a homologous series? Yes. Are alkynes a homologous series? Yes. What's so special about them? Right? So it's something like paneer pyaza, paneer do pyaza, paneer makhni, paneer butter masala, everything paneer, 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 paneer. So the thing is, all these class of compounds will have similar chemical and physical properties. Similar chemical and physical properties. Underline the word similar. That means if you know ethane, you should not be very much surprised, or it's not that you cannot predict what will be propane. Have you understood? Natural gas, that is the piped gas which is available in Delhi and Mumbai. People who cook out there, they cook with piped natural gas, which is methane is the major constituent. Methane's calorific value is less. Like in my in-laws house recently, piped natural gas has been put. So my mother-in-law keeps on saying, hey, ye gas garam nahi hota hai. Because so far she has been habituated to cook in ethane, LPG. LPG heats up much more faster. Right? So Yeah, where I was. So you can predict. So that was methane. Out here in Hyderabad, we are using ethane. And people in America who have more money than us, they will always say, oh, I'm so sorry, we can't cook today. Our propane cylinder is over. They cook in propane. Propane's calorific value is even better, costly. So in America, all cooking happens in, all the gas cans are propane cans. Similar word means in chemistry, few things will be same, few things will show gradual increase or decrease trend. Do you understand the meaning of the word similar? Similar in chemistry means two things. Few properties you can expect to be same, few properties you will see a gradual trend. Let me give you an example. My apartment number is 1303. The flat above me is 1403. Is the SFT same? Yes. How about the height? Slight increase. How about 1203? Same SFT, slight decrease. So here we can see that their bonding will be same. Boiling points will slowly increase. More number of bonds, more heat to be broken. So if you start boiling, say, methane and ethane, ethane's boiling point will be more, propane's even more. However, did you study about fractional distillation in grade 8? And in that, we used to write on the top column petroleum gases. That petroleum gases are nothing but all alkanes which are coming out. So we used to say something like C1 to C4 are the petroleum gases. In higher end chemistry, they'll say C1 to C4 means methane, ethane, propane, butane. All these will be gases. Then slowly we will see as you cross C10, C13, you'll see liquid trend. From gas you have come to liquid. And say something from C18 onwards, you will see solid trend. Solid trend. You know paraffin wax? So paraffin is an alkene which actually is from beyond C18 and onwards. Plus all the soaps with which you bathe. Which Vaseline? Vaseline is a mixture actually. So even same thing. They will be very higher in hydrocarbons. Soaps. Soaps will have something called C17. 17 means how much? 17 to the 34 plus 2, 36. C19, C15, all these you will see. So you get solids out there. We will study that later, but just for your interest, we call them from 18 onwards, we call it paraffins. You know what is the meaning of paraffins? Para means low. Affins means affinity. Low affinity. They have low affinity for others, means least reactive. Higher alkanes will not be so reactive. This we'll study later. That's the meaning of the word paraffin. So do you understand what is homologous series? Now some properties of homologous series. Number one, they can be represented by the same general formula. If this question comes, do underline these points. Second is each successive homologue. Homologue means ethane, propane, propane, butane, butane, pentane. Each two successive homologue differ. This I had done in your class by a CH2 group. You remember this? I used to do those subtractions. Propane minus ethane, how much we got? CH2. Propane minus, you want me to do again and show? एक बार फिर से, कोई बात नहीं, just see. Propane. Propane is C3H8. What is ethane? C2H6. Subtract it, you get CH2. So in alkanes, you'll see CH2. Let's take now propine. Or say propene. Propane is C3H6 and ethene is C2H4. Sir, how are you calculating so fast? I'm just using general formula. So see the difference, CH2. Let's see propine and ethine. C3H4, 2 hydrogens less. C2H2. What is the gap? CH2. So you will see that any two successive homologues will always differ by a CH2 group. Whether you are searching them in Malhotra's, Saxena's or Agarwal's. Between Nitika Agarwal and Tanya Agarwal, CH2. Ritika Malhotra, Tanya Malhotra, CH2. Ritika Saxena, Tanya Saxena, CH2. Clear? Then, same thing. Each successive homologue differ by 14 atomic mass unit. Carbon is 12 and 2 hydrogens 13, 14. Did you understand? So let's look at the atomic molecular mass of ethane. C2H6. Let's calculate its molecular mass. 2 carbon means how much? 24 and 6. So this should be 30 atomic mass unit. And let's put methane. Methane is 1 carbon. How much? 12. And 4, 16. What is the difference? 14 atomic mass unit. And how is this 14 coming? Array, this is because of CH2. C stands for 12 and H2 stands for 2. So, two homologues differ by an atomic mass of 14 units. Now you ask yourself a question. If you are having ethane and if you have propane, propane is 14 atomic mass units heavier than ethane. Butane is 28 atomic mass unit heavier than ethane. No, carbons become solid because the mass is increasing. At a higher level, they become solids. They can't be gases. Homologous series understood? So define homologous series. Homologous series are a class of organic compounds which can be represented by the same general formula. For example, alkanes are a homologous series, alkenes are a homologous series, alkynes are a homologous series, and each two successive homologues differ by a CH2 group, and by mass they differ by 14 atomic mass unit. Clear? Very good. Shall we go to something else now? This is in a broad shell the introduction of hydrocarbons at grade 8 level, right? But I added the word called hydrocarbons. Means you will find alkanes, and alkanes will always be paraffins. Imagine you are a chemist and you want to make something, right? You've got a child and you want to make this child outspoken, dashing, sports, literate, but the child is a super snob child. So you'll be beating your head. Neither this one talks, neither this one socializes, neither this one does anything. Alkanes are like that. Paraffins, low affinity. So what do we need to do? Means this one will not react. A chemist needs a thing which should react. Then only I can combine it with something. Ye react hi nahi karega. So I need to react it. In order to react it, what we do, we introduce something which are known as functional groups. Functional groups. Functional groups are like, in old days we used to have caste system, right? The Smiths means they will be the goldsmiths. डाकू जोरावर सिंह, इसके घर में आगे जितने लोग पैदा होंगे डाकू ही होंगे. डाकू शमशेर सिंह, है ना? Understood? Luhar Hari Singh. So he's a goldsmith. So functional groups are groups which change the chemical property of alkanes, of hydrocarbons. Okay, they are a class of organic groups. They are groups, and they actually will command how that alkane will now start to behave. Alkanes does not react, so we need to enter some functional group. Once you enter a functional group, the entire alkane loses its identity and now starts to behave in a typical manner. So there may be a functional group whose name is blah blah. Blah blah, when attached with a hydrocarbon or an alkane, it behaves in a typical manner. Now blah blah can be attached to methane, blah blah can be attached to ethane, but again they are a homologous series, so all of them will behave in one pattern. We bring another functional group called tlatla. Tlatla, when attached, behaves in a separate manner. So functional groups are just like the color shades, and your alkane is like the white color. Pinch of red, it starts behaving reddish. Pinch of blue, blue. Samajh mein aaya? So functional groups, the type of functional groups we study are, number one is called the halo group. All these are grade 10, huh? Halo group. Halo groups come from the halogen family. Halogen means group 17. Fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. These are halo groups represented by dash X. Dash X. Understood? So I was an alkane and somebody attached a halo group with me. My name now changes to haloalkane. And this is one chapter in grade 11. Haloalkanes. Understood? So all the chloroalkanes are a class of haloalkanes. Bromoalkanes are a class of haloalkanes. Iodoalkanes, fluoroalkanes. Fluoroethane, fluoropropane will show same property, but chloroethane and chlorofluoropropane will not show same property. पूरा अलग हो गया लेकिन. Did you understand? Propane, butane shows similar properties. You bring chlorine with the alkane family, then it will be all chloroalkanes. And you bring bromine with the alkanes, all will be bromoalkanes. Now pick up chloropropane and bromopropane. Behavior will be totally east-west. But bromopropane and bromobutane will behave similar. Got it?
So alkane should be an alkyne.
Now that we will see. That we will see. Alkanes can combine with halogens to form haloalkane. So the halo group is one functional group. Functional groups are chemical groups which decide the reactivity and the nature in which this hydrocarbon is now going to behave. So I was a hydrocarbon. If I want to bring this, I have to kick out one hydrogen. My hydrocarbon entity will be lost. But I now become a species which is reactive. Which is reactive. समझ में आया? एक example देखते हैं. Let's say we have somebody called methane. Methane. And this is the first reaction that you will study in grade 11. But this is there in grade 10. Grade 10, it is in easy format. Methane reacts with chlorine gas. And this reaction will always happen in the presence of sunlight. It will happen in the presence of sunlight. So what happens? Our methane is something like that. Carbon. And I've got 4 hydrogen, right? Understood? If you look at chlorine, then what is the electronic configuration of chlorine? 287. It needs 1 electron. It needs 1 electron. So it's looking for somebody who can give 1 electron. I changed my words. It's looking for somebody who can share 1 electron also. Carbon is not going to give you an electron. Carbon's valence is 4. It's never going to give you an electron. It can only say, I'll share. So carbon needs 1 electron. Chlorine needs 1 electron. So why is this hydrogen out here? Kick him out. बहुत दिन तुम्हारे साथ जी लिया मैंने. क्या मिला मुझे? Neither did I get car, club membership, nothing. Throw him out. So chlorine will come and this reaction will be dealt in detail in grade 11. It will start to attack. What makes carbon love chlorine other than hydrogen? So you will see carbon will be made a carbocation. Chlorine will gain an electron. So chlorine becomes Cl minus. The carbon has to attain a plus sign. Stronger plus than what it is with hydrogen. Again, grade 11 topic. Then only it will prefer chlorine more than. I am with Geo fiber connection. Why should I shift to Airtel? Give me some reason. Sir, your monthly bill will be less. Sir, our technicians will be there at doorstep. Sir, we will give you more bandwidth. Sir, we will give you modem free. Something you give me that I should disown Geo. That mechanism is called reaction mechanism, which is waiting for you in grade 11. No, you'll read something called electronegativity also, which is beyond your scope. So once it reacts, what happens? The first hydrogen has been dislodged. So the hydrogen will pair with the chlorine, the single chlorine. This is hydrogen chloride gas. What you create here is more important. This is an inorganic compound, but this is important. Chloromethane. What have I formed? Chloromethane. This is a fast reaction. But what was so wrong with this hydrogen that you only kicked it? Another hydrogen can also be kicked. Huh? The reaction proceeds further. Chloromethane will further react with chlorine to form CH2, Cl2 and expel one more HCl. Dichloromethane. This is dichloromethane. So two of the hydrogens have been knocked out. Now they are in tension. Agla to apna turn hai. Yes, we'll knock them also. Chlorine. CH, Cl3. Trichloromethane. HCl, because every hydrogen that is knocked out, it is reacting with two chlorines. This was CH3Cl. You are reacting with chlorine gas. Chlorine gas is Cl2. One chlorine comes, one hydrogen out. See, if you kick out your partner also has to find someone. Na? Otherwise, partner is going to make your life hell. So we will have another HCl out here. Have you seen movies where there is a Maruti van waiting and they will take out the handkerchief, put it in your mouth and kidnap you? Chloroform? Chloroform. This is also known as chloroform. Trivial name. It is used for pitting frogs in a biolab. Pitting means, you know, the frog has to be unconscious now before you dissect it, otherwise the frog will scream. A hydrogen is forming hydrogen chloride. This was CH2Cl2. How many chlorines? How many hydrogen? You're bringing two more chlorines. So one hydrogen knocked out and one chlorine and CH3. Further, it will produce what? Another Cl2, CCl4, carbon tetrachloride, or also known as tetrachloromethane. This is trivial name, huh? Tetrachloromethane. This is just for your knowledge. Tetrachlor. All these are highly reactive. With this, we can start making any sort of compound. This is a very, very important reagent in any of the electronics lab also. Carbon tetrachloride. We call it CCl4, tetrachloromethane. Did you understand now? What did functional groups do? Functional groups come, attach with an alkane, and change the whole nature of the way alkanes. Chemists love it because all species created are now highly reactive and I can make them work the way I want. So once I have made this, I could have done this with a butane chain also, and I could have got a chlorobutane, 2-chlorobutane, 3-chlorobutane, right? 2-chlorobutane, 3-chlorobutane, 1-chlorobutane, 2,2-dichlorobutane. So many compounds I can make. To show you that this was CH4, to show the attachment. Understood? So if I go back to my previous slide, we spoke about alkyl. Where was this? Alkyl. So how was the alkyl formed? The alkyl was alkane. Now I'll not write alkane. Wait. Deliberately I've written like this. Instead, I told you that the alkyl group is represented by R with an open valency. So this is the alkyl group. So can my alkane, where is my alkane? Yeah. Okay. So my alkane is actually what? Alkyl with a hydrogen. So alkanes are usually represented as RH. Now do you get the idea why alkanes are represented as RH? Alkyls are dash R. So with a hydrogen it becomes RH. So if I come to this slide, what am I manufacturing? Haloalkanes. General formula would be RX. Now it is an alkyl with whom X has got associated. Further, we can make many. So standard, if they write RX, you should understand that they are meaning haloalkane, where X can be fluoro, chloro, bromo, iodo. समझ में आया? इतना आपको 10 में आना चाहिए. Nobody is going to ask you this, but people will ask you, what is a functional group? Tell me, give an example of a functional group. So halo group is a functional group, and the halo group comprises of fluoro, chloro, bromo, iodo represented by X. So a haloalkane can be represented as RX. Yeah, please.
Alkanes have the formula CH3 dash.
Here we don't study. No, alkanes general formula is CnH2n plus 2. Alkyl will be CnH2n plus 1. One hydrogen lost. But we don't give a general formula because that is an intermediate. See, CH4 can exist, but a CH3 cannot exist. This is human, soul gone, Atma. This is only seen in Kabristan, no other place. Therefore, इसका general formula नहीं लिखते हैं हम. No, CH2 is not an alkyl. CH2 has got two valencies open. CH3 is an alkyl. Alkyl is alkane minus hydrogen. Since you said C, so how many carbon atoms? One. With one carbon atom, what is the alkane? CH4. Only one hydrogen you can expel. So CH3 is the alkyl. CH2 is not an alkyl. CH2, whenever you see CH2, it will open on both sides. CH3 is, I am a little teapot, big and stout on one side. Chale aage? So one functional group we have studied, which is known as the halo group. Come, our next functional group. Our next functional group is the hydroxy group, which is OH. Don't take it as base now. Huh? Hydroxy group is OH. Don't take it as base. Acha, how many valency is OH open with? Hey, online, Shreya, Anurag, Ali and Aditi, you all also participate, huh? If you don't participate, then you will feel that this is some witch tale I'm saying. And like Hansel and Gretel, you will never fall in love with it. OH has how many valencies open? One valency open. One valency open means somebody standing outside the pub. Who is standing outside the pub? Who is standing outside the pub? Stag entry, na? OH will not be allowed inside the pub. Friday night. Needs to have a partner. Which partner will you give him? Alkyl. Alkyl is partner चाहिए. हम जाएंगे ना आपके साथ. Alkyl. So compound becomes ROH. And welcome to the world of alcohols. This class of compound will be called alcohols. ठीक है? CH3 OH. Alcohols will always end with the name all. All. Anything where there is all, there is alcohol. Paracetamol. Hydroxy group must be present out there. Salbutamol. Okay? So CH3OH. How many carbon atoms? One carbon atom. What is the prefix? Meth. And then we have methane. And we have alcohols O. So in this case, when two vowels come, we just bring methanol. Trivial name. Methyl alcohol. This is the trivial name. We'll study this also. Alcohols we have to study in detail. Let's look at the second one. C2H5OH. Two carbon atoms. Eth. Alkane would be ethane. But this is alcohol. Ethanol. Hey, pitunga pakar ke C2H6 is an alkane. So C2H5 will be an alkyl. Where are you? After listening whole Raman, she's saying Sita. Oh, she was someone had a relation with Dashrath. Of course. She was his daughter. Hush, little baby, don't make a word. Dashrath is going to buy you a mockingbird. And if the mockingbird doesn't sing, Dashrath is going to buy you a diamond ring. Shall we go ahead? So his name is ethyl alcohol. Now some interesting things. अभी देखो, अनुराग को बड़ा मजा आएगा ये पढ़ने में अभी. देखो, ethanol. All the breweries that you drink, no, you don't drink, obviously. Alcoholic beverages have got this thing called ethanol. This is the alcohol. So if you say something like beer, मजा आएगा अभी सुनने में. Beer has got something like 8% alcohol. So in beer bottles will be represented by 8% V by V, volume by volume. Right? So in a 100% sample of beer, 8% is alcohol. Strong cough syrups like Benadryl and all will have around 6% V by V maximum. Therefore, after having cough syrups, you are never asked to go for swimming alone Obviously, you will not swim, otherwise you'll have pneumonia. More problem is, after having cough syrups, don't drive on a Friday night, because if there is a drunken driving checking, there is maximum chances you will test positive for alcohol for no fault of yours. All cough syrups have got alcohol, therefore cough syrups will always give you drowsy effect. Have you understood? A scotch or a whiskey or something like a vodka has 40% V by V. So if you are drinking 100 ml sample, 40 ml is ethanol. This will come any day on the test, breath analyzer test. Up to 4 hours, it will show in your blood as well as on urine sample also. Right? Question arises, sir, why are these 12-year-old scotch and all so costly? Point is how the ethanol is manufactured. If this ethanol is made in a brewery, then it's a lab process. That alcoholic drink will be cheaper. However, if this is made with those beautiful Spanish girls dancing on those grapes tubs, like fermenting those grapes and bring you the best of the alcohol, then the ethanol has been made over years. It takes time. Single malt and all. So that is this. That's why it becomes costly. Samjh mein aaya? Before giving you an injection, there is a cotton which is actually swab which is put out here. That is known as ethyl alcohol, also known as ethanol, also known as medicated spirit. And today in India, due to this war, the fuel that we are using now is E20 fuel. You should know this, E20. All the fuel that is sold in the petrol pump is E20. What is E20? E20 is petrol 80%, ethanol 20%. So what will this do? This will bring down the component of petrol. Do we make petrol in India? No, we buy it as crude. If you buy as crude, you have to buy it by paying foreign exchange. So foreign exchange is going out of the country. So if you limit your share of petrol, foreign exchange stays within your country. A country's foreign exchange reserves are what? All those tourists who are coming to see Taj Mahal, they buy tickets paying dollars, so that way something comes. Or else remittances which are coming. Or else when people are doing export business. So import means dollars go out of the country. So government has now done, everything is E20. If you see an Activa or a new Jupiter scooter, it will be written E20. So E20 is this fuel. Now the latest fuel which has already been, pumps have been opened in Delhi, that is called E85. This is latest, not even a week old. This is called flex fuel. In this, 85% will be ethanol and 15% will be petrol. To just give you a glimpse, this cost in Hyderabad 115 rupees a liter. This cost 82 rupees a liter. There are only 3 vehicles right now which have still not come on road. There is a Maruti Suzuki Wagon-R called the Flex Wagon-R. Hero Honda has got 2 bikes, Splendor and one more bike which is there. Government says if 1% people also make a switch to these type of vehicles, the foreign exchange that India will be saving in 1 year will be in crores, because you will not buy petrol. Second, your emissions won't have CO2. Got it? Plus you yourself will also be saving. What is the downfall? Efficiency of this vehicle is more. This will pick up less speed, but in a city you don't need speed. Are you understanding? So going forward, now what is the wrong thing people say? Hey, government is doing this particular petrol, they will damage our cars. No, this petrol will remain forever. Choice is you will pay a greater amount of money to run your current car, and in the future when this car comes, you have a choice to buy this car which will be costing you only 82. Now 500 fuel pumps are being opened in NCR and Mumbai. By next year they say around 5,000 fuel pumps will be. Just like the way we shifted to EV. Then competition will be between this segment and EV segment. However, this still remains. This is costly. Because this war with Iran has taught us that we still did not have petrol dry out. Many countries did not have petrol. Philippines had only 21 days of petrol. So if you want to be energy reliant, you need a shift in the way you will be running your vehicles. Kyunki fuel to chahiye. Have you understood? This is known as ethanol. Okay, now question arises. Sir, we consume this. What about if we consume this? If you consume this, you will become photographed straight away. Every year we will replace the garland. It is highly toxic. So sometimes you will hear that in some jhoparpatti type of areas where people are making this indigenous alcoholic drink, so many people, in Hindi the news comes like this: जहरीला सुरापान करने से इतने लोगों की मौत हो गई. There, due to money, people has mixed methanol in it.
Sir, but don't they behave the same?
No. Both are different categories of compound. Same nahi, similar. In chemistry, there is nothing called same. Similar. If I put this on your body, you will feel cold. If I put this on your body, you will feel cold. You can't drink this, but you can drink this. Understood? Now, what happens where there is a factory which manufactures this? Everyone will go and do, because there is a tendency for everyone to drink this. In that factory, they will mix this in this to prevent the consumption of this. That is known as denatured ethanol. Not at all fit for drinking. It will be blue in color. Denatured ethanol. Deliberately it is done. General knowledge plus grade 10 question also. What is denatured ethanol? Denatured spirit or denatured ethanol is ethanol mixed with methanol to prevent its consumption in a industrial plant. Otherwise, in factory, nobody will work. People will drink ethyl alcohol and hallucinate forever. समझ में आ गया? Okay. So what are the two class of, all these we will study in detail. This is just trailer. Like in movie they show ना, ये है सक्सेना साहब का बड़ा बेटा, सारा दिन business देखता है. So we just saw alcohols, we saw halo. Let's go to the next type. Yeah. E20 and E85 is, there is a component called petrol which my country does not manufacture. I have to buy it from the Gulf by paying foreign exchange. And not only foreign exchange, if there is war-like scenario, the Strait of Hormuz, this does not come to my country. But our people want to go today, Uber cab, where is the fuel going to come from? Yes or no? So what we are doing, we have brought, this is running very nicely in Brazil. Oh, another profit thing I did not tell you. Farmers will be benefited a lot because in India, ethanol is unutilized. Sugarcane, this is a byproduct. And in Brazil, this is working very nice over years. But everything needs a infrastructure. The only change is emission, 4x, and ethanol utilized. However, the engine technology is completely different. When you add more of ethanol, the engine becomes corrosive. So you have to manufacture those parts with anti-corrosive metals. Means advanced metallurgy, means more cost. This WagonR will be costing at least 30 to 45,000 more than the current WagonR. This Hero Honda Splendor costs 6,000 more than the current Splendor. Why? Because you are entering a fuel which is corrosive. Don't you ever try to put this in your current car. Shut up. Understood? Concept which people don't have is, people think now this will come, हमारी गाड़ियों का क्या होगा? Your car remains. Your car will be running with a costly fuel. That's the only thing. Sir, in near future, these cars will be manufactured? Oh, yes. These cars will be manufactured? Oh, yes. Initially in cities which have these petrol stations. Got it? When in the year 2000 and 2005 onwards, earlier petrol used to have lead in it, lead. In 2003-4 and 2003-4-5 onwards, India started to go with unleaded fuel. Those days, I was in Delhi. So I had a steam car. So Delhi was all unleaded, and they used to write, use unleaded fuel. So 2005, we came from Delhi to Hyderabad. At that time, I drove the car. The problem was, will I get unleaded fuel? So those petrol pumps, and lead in Hindi is known as shisha. So petrol pumps will write, shisha rahit, unleaded fuel. Now nobody writes. Now all across India, the fuel is unleaded. But in 2005 and 6, you had to hunt for a fuel pump which sold unleaded fuel. Because lead brings cancer. Then Hyderabad 3-4 pumps became. Yeah, tell me. Shisha in Hindi means glass as well as lead. Shisha is also the new Instagram reel, Shisha moment. शीशा डांस नहीं देखे हो? और तो फिर हाँ, मैंने पसंदीदा सूट में सिवान लग दी. तुम लोग कुछ भी नहीं देखते हो. So that is also शीशा. Shisha moment. All girls are making shisha reel now. ठीक है? समझ में आया? चलिए, next. Next we have three class of compounds. We have someone whose name is ketone. We have someone whose name is aldehyde. Sir, is it for grade 10? Oh, yes. And we have one more called carboxylic acid. I'll teach you in a different manner, which you'll remember forever. Okay? Come. We used to have amine and amide also. वो भी देख लेंगे, इतना कुछ tough नहीं. Now these are the three new kids. To know these three kids, you need to know something which is known as, this is not there in your book. This is not in your book. Your book will just teach these three, but you will forget these three. But if you go by this, you will understand. Carbonyl group. Paneer, paneer do pyaza, paneer makhni, paneer butter masala. So please understand how paneer works first. Carbonyl group. What is the valency of carbon, beta? 4. I am making 2. 2 more should be there. Oxygen. This is known as carbonyl group. Clear? How many sites are open, beta? 2 sites are open. आओ उसको बनाते हैं. If I bring a hydrogen out here, the first one is carbon double bond O, and if I bring a hydrogen out here, okay, then how many valencies open? 1. This can be written as dash CHO. This is known as a aldehyde. Dash CHO. How did you get the dash CHO? Carbonyl group. Okay? You add a hydrogen. So aldehydes can be RCHO. RCHO. Got it? So obviously in your brains it will first strike that, sir, the first family of the aldehyde should be CH3CHO. Aldehydes have got a speciality. They bring one carbon atom from their house itself. Beta, back pin ho raha hai kya? They bring one carbon atom from their house itself. You gave CH3, but product became 2 carbon atom because aldehyde itself has 1 carbon. So how many carbon atoms? So what should be the prefix? Eth. Ethane. Ethane and ethanol. Aldehydes end with the name al. Methanol, ethanol, propanol, butanol, ethanol.
Explain the part again.
Okay, I'll explain the part again. An aldehyde is a CHO. Did you understand this? Carbonyl group, if you plug one side with hydrogen, then it becomes aldehyde, known as CHO. So how is CHO? See, I was C double bond O and 2 sides open. You plugged one side with hydrogen. Now I am CHO, one side open. Standing outside the Friday night pub. I need a partner. Who is the partner? Alkyl. Alkyl group is the partner. So the alkyl came, CH3 came and attached. But after this I say, oh my God, there are 2 carbons now. So this is not methanol. This is ethanol. But I want methanol. Oh, no issues. If you bring carbon, then it becomes ethanol. Bring a hydrogen. HCHO. This is known as methanol. Single carbon atom. And it's, these you should know, its trivial name is formaldehyde. Its trivial name is ethyl aldehyde. We no more use the word ethyl aldehyde. We use a UPSC name called ethanol. Acha, now children see, if methyl is an alkyl group, ethyl is also an alkyl group. Ethyl is what, beta? C2H5. C2H5, if it makes a aldehyde, it will be propanol. C2H5. Is this an alkyl standing outside the pub? Yes. Combines with CHO. How many carbon atoms now? Propanol. This became propanol. So far, whatever alkyl group came, now look about RX. Methyl comes with chlorine, chloromethane. Methyl comes with hydroxy, methanol. Methyl comes with aldehyde, ethanol. दहेज में मिल गया ना, dowry got one. ठीक है? Shreya is sleeping or what? No. What happened? Eyes got closed in between. Acha, we'll study this. I know it's 8 o'clock time on. Just one moment for the carboxylic acid. We'll keep ketone in next class. Just for 1 minute. I will not explain carboxylic acid. So you know this. So this can be this. Now let's see another configuration. Carbonyl group, 2 valencies open. Did you not study the alcohol group OH? Bring the alcohol group on this side. Then this forms what Ananya has been so much saying about the carboxylic group called the COOH is the carboxylic acid group. Now ask the formula of acetic acid, CH3COOH. So the carboxylic acids will be RCO, right? And replace R with CH3, then it becomes CH3CO. Then what is this? Acetic acid, trivial name. No, go to the IUPAC name, 2 carbon atoms. 2 carbon atoms, ethane, ethanoic acid. Ethanoic acid. Sir, I want methanoic acid. No problem. Bring the hydrogen and combine with this HACO. HACO is methanoic acid because it has got only 1 carbon atom. This is again in grade 8, grade 10. Ant. When ant bites you, it injects methanoic acid. And this is formaldehyde. So this is in trivial name known as formic acid. Very good. And this is acetic acid which is present in vinegar. Majuayo. So acids are oic acid, methanoic acid, propanoic. Now next time you go to any pharmaceutical Med Plus or any shop, always pick up the medicine and try to read and correlate. If you have a fungal infection, then you will see your particular ointment will have something called salicylic acid, organic acid. And when we were at your age, we didn't have decathlon, so we used to play carom. And the best powder to play carom is boric powder. So go to the pharmacy, any pharmacy, and ask, give me boric powder. They will give you 1 packet and it will be written there, boric acid IP. Since these are high alkene acids, so the acids are seen in solid form. Any sort of all these pimple clearances, any sort of acne, salicylic acid and lactic acids behave the best, but it will be very warm. All these antiseptic creams were not antiseptic, the skin cleansing lotions that you get for girls, it will be written, oh, my MUN is day after tomorrow, I have got acne, how to get rid of them? Mix the new one. That is actually salicylic acid with lactic acid. Immediately as higher organic acid. ये सब ऑर्गेनिक एसिड्स है. That will be a mixture of, उसमें salicylic रहेगा, lactic रहेगा, 100%. उसको मिक्स करने से once you put it, it will become गरम लगेगा, आपको गरम लगना शुरू हो जाएगा. Carboxylic acids, organic acids. If you are putting on face, first ask yourself, it should be mild only, not strong. आप यहाँ पे थोड़ी आप यहाँ पे hydrochloric acid लगाएंगे. That means what did we learn in acid, bases and salts? Organic acids are weak acid. Lactic acid is also a part of is a type of carboxylic acid. Citric acid is also a type of carboxylic acid. All these will have 2 group attached to it. कीटोन को आगे देखेंगे. एक और फैमिली है एस्टर और थोड़ा सा एमाइन एमाइड को भी देखेंगे. So today you learned about RX, ROH, RCO.